Hello, splendiferous folk. How are you diddling? Today I'm going to talk about how fast time is going. Have you noticed it? But it's like faster than ever. And also, I want to talk about the game of chess that we are in at the moment and how the ante has been upped. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So in a conversation with the guys upstairs and the gals, they were talking about where we are, and they said, I said, so what's the situation? They said, well, we would describe it as the pot is being stirred. The pot's being stirred. And they often do food-related kind of metaphors and that. And they said, some days you're going to get a good soup, and some days you're going to get a horrible soup. But that's where we are. And then they give me this other metaphor, which was, up until now, we've been in a boat on a rough sea, a storm. But we've been bobbing about. We've been rudderless, utterly rudderless. Yeah, not easy to say that. Try it. And they said, but now we've turned the boat and we are facing into the waves. I used to be a canoeist in South Shields. Dangerous thing to do in South Shields. The water's bloody freezing. But to get through a wave, if you hit a wave sideways, big problem. You've got to hit it front on, your nose into the wave. Yeah, and that's where they put us. That's where they said we are, facing the waves. And they said, so we're in a stronger position, but it's choppy. It's going to be, up and down. It's going to be bumpy. And I said, how long for? How long is this? Every time, like, well, a new metaphor for describing it's going to be rough. And they keep tons and tons of metaphors. Same story. It's going to be fucking rough. And I said, how long is this going to go on for? And they said, same answer, for as long as it needs to. And they said, look, Gordon, let's talk turkey. They didn't say that, but I got the sense that that's what they were thinking. Can we be straight with you? They said, remember the saying, a watched pot never boils. You see, another cooking metaphor. A watched pot never boils. And they said, if you spend your entire time watching the rollout of the events, step by step, it's going to seem like it's taking a long time. They said, however, if you spend your time doing your thing, just doing your thing, being about your business, doing your thing, getting involved in your local stuff and in you. They said, you'll be so sort of immersed in what you're doing, when you turn around and you take another look, you'll go, wow, it's really moved on, hasn't it? Okay? And I'm aware that, since the pandemic, my God, during the pandemic, I was like that all day. What's happening? When's it going to end? Who's going to say something? Doctor's got to speak out. The doctor's spoken out. Oh, but nothing's happened. It'll all be it's not in the news. Look, a protest in London. It's going to be. No, it's not over. Yeah. And I was like that. I was like every waking moment, every breath in, I was checking. Yeah. And that I created a habit, clearly. And I think lots of us did create a habit. And what I'm aware of is that there are some channels that they're like, they measure the far end of a fart. Have you noticed it? Like Trump stands up and straightens his trousers and they go straight back to a cue post because of the time on the clock. Cue post where it says, and the trousers of death will be upon them. And I think too detailed. You're trying, let the guy stand up and straighten his trousers without reading something into it. And I think that's just a habit that we're in of like, I'm going to try and get a message from everything. What I've seen, and I'm sure what you've seen, is that if you leave it alone, it tends to sort itself out. We are in the period of it's going to sort itself out. But if you're mithering over it, like every waking moment, not good. How do I know? Because I've done it. And so this is not my advice, this is the advice from the emissaries, okay? Which is stop staring at it all the time. Stop looking at the pot. Let it boil. Put the timer on. put the timer on so it doesn't burn. That's all. And then they said to me something about the game that's being played between the baddies and the goodies. And what they said is that, another analogy, metaphor, simile. Simile starts with like, isn't it? So it's probably a simile, this, like a game of chess. So we've been playing this game of chess. And they said before, between the baddies and the goodies, there was a lot of thinking time. Like making a move, look what they've done, yeah, well, and that's how it's been. And they said now we're in the place where now it's speed chess. You know the chess where you've got a timer, and so you make a move and you go bang, and the other person goes bang, like that. That's where we are. That's what they say. So it's like the baddies are making a move, sort that one out, and the goodies, well, actually, boom, yeah, that showed you, stick that up your jumper, yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it. And so that's where we are. And they said because of that, everything is going really, really quickly. Now, getting back to my original point, we are nearly getting through February, and it was just Christmas yesterday. Like, January is normally the longest month of the year. It's long and slow and torturous. People die in January and February because it's so long and so cold and so boring and nothing happens. It's been non-stop. The time is just flying. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. I still want to live another 50, 60 years, but it's going to be over in a flash if it goes on like this. And it harks back to, when I was a Jehovah's Witness, they always used to say, he'll speed it up toward the end, right? Now, I've looked for that scripture and I can't find it. So I don't know whether it really exists. Talking about God, he'll speed it up toward the end. I think it was kind of taking ideas from the scriptures. So I had a little look, and there's a couple of scriptures which I thought were very funny, which kind of describe where we are, right? And they're from Amos. Amos 9:13. A couple of translations, and they go like this. Behold. Oh, which you're in the Bible when you hear behold, yeah? Behold, says God, the days are coming when the plowman will overtake the reaper. Right? Good, yeah. Plowman overtaking the reaper. You just imagine a man, la 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 la, and the plowman. Okay. And another translation is, behold, the days are coming when grain and grapes will grow faster than can be harvested. Yeah. And I think that's where we are. We're in this speedy time where everything is going so quickly. And that's what makes it very easy to keep watching the pot, because it's fascinating. So we're in a place where, for example, Trump has been in power for 4 weeks. In 4 weeks, I have never seen so much done. Trump has a fire in his trousers. Honestly, he's signing. I hope he's got plenty pens at the ready. He must have used about 3 gallons of ink in his pen, signing those executive orders. In Spain, we would say, es un culo inquieto. There's no stopping him, okay? But that's just him. And then all around, stuff's happening all over the world. We're in this blur, like bzzz, and it's very easy to watch it all because it's very entertaining. But remember that we've got to do our stuff as well. We've got to be working on ourselves. And even more fun, when you leave it, you get on and do a little project, spend a few days doing a project, and then you come back and you think, well, I'll just have a check. What? What's happened? What? He said what? They did what? To whom? With what? Beautiful. So, give yourself a break every now and again. That's certainly what I intend to do because the emissaries have told me to do it. And there you are. At the end of this month, I'm going to my ayahuasca retreat. So I've got something to look forward to, a breakaway to get in touch with nature. I love you all and I'll speak to you all later. Tell me what you think about the time in the comments. Do you think it's going faster than fucking ever? Let me know. I love you all. Bye-bye.